You have watched your child cry over reading lessons. You have tried 3, maybe 4 curriculums. You have asked every homeschool Facebook group for advice, and your child still can't read. Here is the structure that every struggling reader actually needs and why almost no one is giving it to them. Over the years, I have worked with so many homeschool families who felt this exact same way, and here's what I do about it. The first thing every struggling reader needs isn't a new curriculum, it's the right starting place. One of the biggest mistakes that I see homeschool families make is that they assume they need to start wherever their curriculum says the child should be. But not all children struggle for the same reason. If we start 3 children in the exact same place, even if they're the same age, one of them is likely to make some progress and the other 2 will probably just get more frustrated. You can't build confidence if you start in the wrong place. And that's why before a child ever joins one of my small groups, I take time to learn all about them. I want to understand what's already been tried and what you notice as their parent, and then I meet with them one-on-one. Sometimes that means I tell a wonderful family that I am not the right fit for them. And I'm okay with that because my goal is not to fill seats in a group. It's to make sure that their child is going to make meaningful progress. When we start in the right place, something powerful happens. And for the first time in a long time, everyone starts believing that reading really can get easier. Once you know where to begin, the next step is giving your child the kind of instruction that makes reading make sense. Confident readers are created because they had been given clear instruction, meaningful practice, and multiple opportunities to practice and strengthen those skills over a period of time. That's why I don't expect a child to master every lesson on the day that it's been taught. I teach a new concept explicitly. We practice it together and then intentionally weave that skill into many future lessons. They continue seeing it, using it, growing more confident in that skill as we're slowly adding new ones. Reading isn't a collection of isolated lessons. My instruction is very intentional, and my favorite part of this whole process is when parents start to realize that their child isn't just memorizing a bunch of words anymore. They actually start to understand how our language works, and that's when reading becomes really empowering. Not because it suddenly became easy, but because they finally have a system that works. When people ask me what success looks like, my answer might surprise them. I love seeing fluency grow. I love watching a child pick up a book all on their own and just read it because they want to. But my favorite transformations have nothing to do with reading. They happen at the kitchen table. They're the moments when reading lessons for a family stop ending in tears, when a child picks up a book just because they want to and proudly reads it out loud to a younger sibling. That's the transformation that I care so much about because reading shapes the atmosphere of your homeschool. When reading feels heavy, that frustration spills into every subject, into every part of your day. But when reading starts to make sense, confidence grows, stress begins to fade, and the homeschool experience that you once dreamed of starts to feel possible again. My job is to partner with families so that reading is no longer the thing that steals the joy from homeschooling. My hope for every family that I work with is that reading becomes one more reminder of what your child is capable of and another reason to love this homeschool journey that you started. Here is what I hope you take away from all of this. You chose homeschooling because you wanted to give your child the very best education possible. And somewhere along the lines, reading became the thing that stole your confidence. So I want you to hear this. You don't have to become a reading specialist to be an incredible homeschool mom. Sometimes giving your child the best education means inviting an expert to come alongside your family in the one area that has become challenging. Doesn't make you less of your child's teacher, but it does allow you to enjoy all the other aspects of being their homeschool mom again. If you've been listening today and thinking, this is exactly the kind of support that our family has been needing, I would love to tell you about Loving Literacy. It's a live, small group learning pod where I provide explicit, research-based instruction twice a week. Then I provide you with all of the activities for reinforcement and practice on the days that we're not together. First, I get to know each of the students and find out what their learning gaps are, and then I carefully create learning pods based on student need. This program is for you if you value research-based instruction and you are ready to partner with a trusted guide so that you don't have to do this all on your own anymore. It's not the right fit for you if you want to lead all of the instruction by yourself or look for a DIY curriculum. If this is exactly what you've been waiting for without even knowing that you were looking for this, please join the waitlist. When enrollment opens, you'll be the first to know, and we'll walk through the next steps together to make sure that Loving Literacy is the right fit for your child. If you're not ready for that yet, that's okay, but please remember this. You don't have to become a reading specialist to be an incredible homeschool mom. If Juniper's story has felt familiar and if you've been recognizing yourself in some of the things that I've been saying, now is the time to join the waitlist. Loving Literacy will open for enrollment very soon. And if you're still deciding if reading instruction is really the missing piece for your child, I would invite you to watch the next video, the real reason your struggling reader isn't progressing. I'll link it for you here. See you there.